Timing fellow bats, and welcome back to Theme Deck Corner. I know it's been a while since we've done any TCGO on the channel, but I mentioned in a while back that we were going to probably be skipping Ultra Prism, but I cannot skip the theme decks. You guys depend on them. So without any further ado, we are going to be looking over Mach Strike, featuring Garchomp here, who's 150 HP Dragon-type Pokemon. Stage 2 has the Quick Dive attack, 2 colorless energy. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so that's nice. You can actually hit the bench, you can hit the active, does not matter, you can hit whatever target you want. But what most is important is that Royal Blade's attack, 1 fighting, 2 colorless, 100 damage, and if you played Cynthia, the supporter, this turn from your hand, this attack will do 100 damage more. That is an insane amount of damage for theme deck format. Like, there is no 200 damage, let's be honest here. And I'll be honest with you, there are a few ways of actually getting Cynthia off on a consistent basis, so it's actually kind of nice. So that is our one key star here. And what's really cool is they actually gave him a partner. And that is going to be Lucario here. 110 HP fighting type Pokemon, stage 1, has this pregnotative aura about him. And pretty much it lets him, once per turn, if you have Garchomp in play, if that stage 2 is in play, you may search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. It does not matter what it is. Could be a supporter, could be an item, could be another Pokemon. It can be whatever you want. It could be any card you want. Just grab it, put it in that hand. It is good to go. It 9 times out of 10 will be Cynthia. He's also got Missile Jab, 1 fighting, 1 color, still do 70 damage. It's not affected by resistance, so it's not too bad. Obviously, Lucario is not meant to be the attacker. The attacker is meant to be Garchomp, but hey, it is what it is. Taking a quick look at all the other fun stuff. It's weird that they do Gible and then Garchomp and then the Gabite. It's kind of weird. Either way. Starting up our other lineup, we've got Type Null here. 110 HP, colorless Pokemon. Has that Merciless Strike, 2 colorless energy. You'll do 30 damage. And if your opponent's active Pokemon has already taken damage, it'll do 30 more. So that's a nice, decent amount of damage for 2 energy. It's not great, but it's not bad. Of course, we're not going to be evolving anytime soon because Silvally is a GX, and there are no Silvallis here, so it is what it is. He's also got Headbang for 3 energy, 3 colorless, of course. You can do 70 damage. It's alright. Type Null is not bad. You can at least get some damage out. Next up, we are going to have Gumshoe, stage 1, 110 HP colorless Pokemon with Identify. 2 colorless energy, you're going to do 20 damage. However, if you reveal a Pokemon from your opponent's hand, you will do another 80 damage, equaling out to 100 damage, which is actually really good for 2 colorless energy. Very, very nice. You've also got Whack Down for 3 colorless energy, you'll do 70 damage, so same as Silvally. You've got a nice 2 energy attack. That's about it. And it all relies down to what your opponent has in play or in hand. I think lastly, oh no, not quite lastly, we've got Hippowdon, stage 1, 140 HP fighting type, has Sand Tomb, 1 fighting, 2 colorless, you're going to do 50 damage, so the defending Pokemon cannot retreat on their next turn. Pretty fine, pretty standard. And I like the artwork on this actually, which is kind of weird. It's not usually something I enjoy. This guy's got Dust Cannon 2, 2 fighting, 2 colors, 100 damage, so it's not bad at all. You can do a lot of knockouts with this thing, and it'll do 10 more damage for each colorless in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. So if they are another Hippowdon, I'm gonna get 40 more damage out of it, which is great because that's a one-shot. If it's something light and doesn't have all that much retreat, I'm still gonna do 100 damage, so it's not bad. We've got Solrock. We've seen Solrock before in a few of the other fighting theme decks. 90 HP fighting type, has double draw, which is the main thing we want here. For 1 colorless energy, we will be able to draw 2 cards, which is huge. But you do have that Solar Heat. If you really want to go for some offensive pressure, for 1 fighting energy, you will get 20 damage. And if you have a Stadium in play, you'll get to do 20 more. So 40 damage for 1, it's not too bad. This is another brand new card here from Ultra Prism. I think it's what it's called. My brain ain't thinking of the set right now. Haven't looked into it too much. Anyway, Spiritomb here is a 70 HP Psychic-type Pokemon, but it fits really well in this deck because of its Lightless World. This is a way to get your Cynthia back, and we'll get over Cynthia in just a second. So, essentially, Lightless World for 1 colorless energy lets us put 2 supporter cards from our discard pile and put them back into our hand. So it's literally giving us a Luzamine without having to Luzamine, which is nice. You also have Terrify, 1 colorless, 10 damage. If the fighting Pokemon is a basic, it cannot attack. Great! That is actually kind of an interesting way of doing it. I'm going to hit you for 10, but you cannot hit me anymore. No more damage. Obviously, Spiritomb, though, is going to be here for the Lightless World, primarily. Starting off our trainer count, I'll go a little out of order. I really want to go over Cynthia. This deck is entirely Cynthia-based. You've got the Lucario, you've got her Garchomp, all those wonderful things. Garchomp does 100 more damage if you play this thing on that turn. She literally does shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6. That's really good. Really good. It's not a Sycamore where you get 7, but you're not losing your resources, which is absolutely phenomenal. Because resource management, especially in theme deck format, is huge. You do not usually have ways of getting your cards back. So, in my opinion, Cynthia's really, really good. And you get 2 of them in this deck. Absolutely fantastic. Now we can go back to our old lineup. We're getting a big Malasada, heal 20, and a special condition from your active. I really like this. We get to have Escape Rope, essentially Guzma, but we can't pick your opponent's Pokemon they come out with. They get to choose, and then we switch out. So, we get Escape Rope. Not bad. We got some Nest Balls for those nice basic Pokemon that we're going to need. Those Gibbles, those Riolus, all those wonderful things. We've got Palpad. This is another way to get our Cynthias back. You get to shuffle 2 supporter cards from your discard pile back into your deck, which is absolutely necessary if you want to chain these Cynthia attacks consistently. You don't need to do it so much in Theme Deck Corner, or in Theme Deck format, because 100 damage is still going to knock out a good chunk of the Pokemon you're going to be facing. But when you do need that extra damage, Cynthia's there. We have the Rescue Stretcher. This will get us some Pokemon. Put 1 of them into our hand or 3 into the deck, whichever works for you. If you got that Lucario going, maybe it's better to put 3 into the deck and then hopefully just draw 1 off the Lucario. Then we got Timer Ball. Flip 2 coins for each head. Search your deck for an evolution. Reveal it, put it in your hand. I've seen this work amazing, and I've seen this work badly. So Timer Ball is a great card nonetheless. We, of course, have some How. Draw 3 cards. We've got a Looker. This is literally draw 3 cards, but from the bottom of the deck? Who knew? So that's 3 draw cards, which is nice, plus the Cynthia, which is really nice. And we've got even more draw power in Professor Kukui. You get to draw 2, and then your opponents do, your Pokemon do 20 more damage, which is awesome. Everybody loves the Kukui here. So that is actually, what? That's 7 cards that draw cards in this deck. That's absolutely amazing. And then you've got this new tool card called the Escape Board. It's literally just an it's literally just a rocket-powered skateboard. The retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 1 colorless less, and it can retreat if it's asleep or paralyzed. So it's kind of cool. Not quite a Floatstone replacement, but pretty close. And then, of course, we have 20 Fighting Energy. In my opinion, this is actually going to be a really fun deck to play. It is an amazing starting point for those who are trying to build Lucario Garchomp. You've got, 2 Garchomp, you've got 3 Gibble, you've got 2 Gibite, you've got 3 Riolu and a Lucario, and 2 Cynthia, so you've got a good chunk of the deck already. I will be trying to do a few profiles, but I'll be doing this as a free set. So for those of you who don't know, that means I'm not buying packs. I'm just going to be going off of what's in the trade board and everything and so forth. Either way, not important right now. We have much more important things to do, and that is taking this deck onto the TCGO ladder and seeing just how well we can do. Alright guys, we're ready to go here. First match is against the good old Hidden Moon deck featuring Lunala. I'm excited to play this one because it is one of the big ones. And we're going to win this coin toss. I'm really excited for this because we will be able to at least try and set up first here. And of course, we're going to start with Gumshoes. That's not good. That's not good. I might Looker this turn. I don't want a Cynthia unless I have to. My hand isn't great, and I actually don't mind keeping the Gumshoes because I can at least start revealing Pokemon off the top of their deck. Or, not off the top, but, we get some ideas here. So we can just drop an energy here. I'm going to Looker. I get a Riolu, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to actually equip... What's your retreat cost? So just 1 if I attach the board. I'm going to hold on to that board for now. And I'm just going to go for the good old pass I can Gumshoes next turn, and then I can go for the Identify, which hopefully will take out the Litwick, which is showing the presence of the Gumshoes is actually doing some pretty good work, considering, you know, turn 1, turn 2, we'll have the Gumshoes on board. Now, my opponent I don't believe has N. I don't think N is in current format, but I could be very wrong. It's been a while since I've done anything Theme Deck related. It's been a while since I played a lot of TCGO in general, so bear that in mind. So we are going to be staying asleep, but that's alright, because we are going to be waking up. We have that good old Spiritomb. I am going to drop that energy now up onto our Yungoos, and I'm just going to evolve. I'm going to actually Kukui? Or is this the time to Cynthia? I might Cynthia here. I'm going to drop the board. Let's Cynthia. Alright, so we get some energy. I get a Gibble, which is really good. I get a Hippopotas, which is also good. I might try and set up the Hippopotas so I can get Hippowdon. But it might just be better if I start setting up... I might just set up the Gibble, to be honest with you. But let's go for an Identify, and we've got a Pokemon in there. He does have a Pokemon in here. He's got it. I don't know why he didn't play the Gothita. But we're going to knock out this wonderful Litwick. And I know he does not have a Beware, so the Stuffle is in a lot of problems now. Which is fine by me. We are going to see the 1 energy drop onto it. He can hit me for a tackle. This is going to be a Gumshoes game, guys. Now, I know he doesn't have any Pokemon in hand. I'm just going to heal off that damage real quick. Let's go for an Evolution. I don't want to hold up my bench space too much on these two. I am just going to drop that up there, and I'm going to go for the Identify. If he's got another Pokemon, we're going to see it. He didn't play the Gothita. Why didn't he play that? Alright, guys, that's game number 1. Gumshoe's taking it over by force. I don't know what happened there. It is what it is. It's a first game. We're going to go into game number 2. Now, we're going to try and get 3 into... Just because of how quick this one was, we're going to try and get 3 games in. But we didn't even showcase the actual depth of this deck, so... Gumshoe's got to prove his point. Now let's see if Garchomp and Lucario can do theirs. Alright guys, match number 2 is here against Hikawa, playing an X and Y theme deck featuring Yveltal. This is an oldie, but a goodie. But a goodie? No, it's a goodie, I wanted to say. Either way, we're going to lose the coin toss. My opponent does get the decision if they want to play first or second, and they're going to take that first opportunity. Why not? This is theme deck format after all. I do not have the best opening hand. I have 2 Spiritomb. I do want to keep 1, but the other one I don't really need. I will be dropping the 1 energy onto the Riolu, just this way I can detect if necessary. I'm not going to use the other one. I don't fear my opponent using Gumshoes in this one, so I'm not worried about that. He does have a Sandile, which is great because we are super effective against it. I'm obviously not going to be too powerful against him, but it is what it is. Detect, flip the coin, prevent all damage. We're going to see the Zora, and we're going to see a Fighting Energy. Alright, so that's not really what we were looking for. Actually, if I Kukui now, it only does 60. You got 70 HP, you are such a fat little lizard! I'm going to hold on to that Timer Ball. I'm just going to go for a nice Cynthia play here. You know what? I'm going to Kukui. Because I can get a lot of damage in right now. I didn't want that. Let's go for a jab. I can get a ton of damage down here. This will be 60, and this way I can knock it out on the following turn, making it a very hard decision to either evolve it, or hopefully I can just get... Oh, he goes for a potion. Never mind. So he does heal 30. I don't have another Kukui in play. We are going to see a Pokeball, and he lands it! It does have 2 energy, so we can go for Ram now, which is a little bit intimidating. He does play that Timber in the back as well. More than likely going for Yveltal here. I would assume you're going for Yveltal or Crocorock so he can evolve and get out of the place. Goes for the Crocodile. This leads me to believe that he's got a Crocodile. There it is. Alright, so I got I got one more turn to really get this thing out of here. Oh, and he gets rid of my energy! Alright, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Okay, so timer ball. I got no choice. Let's timer ball. See if I can get the Lucario. Well, now I don't need two. I just need the Lucario. It's cool that both of the dragons have Ascension, so each turn you can evolve naturally. But there isn't anything else I can do. I guess Cynthia. I know it's a little early, but I want to get a few Pokemon down. No help on that. Let's just Big Malasada. This will keep me in the game a little bit. No energy, not a whole lot going for me. I'm going to hold on to these cards. And that is going to be my turn. Struggling to find the Gibble. Struggling to find the Gibble. We do see the Girder in the back. I do know my opponent has the Crocodile right now. And he does have a Diglett, so he has no energy. He just goes for the Crunch. Because he knows he cannot attack. And will he stop landing those eggs? Ah! Alright, so I am in dire need of evolutions here. I have no way of doing anything. I know his only card currently is Crocodile, though. So if he plays anything, it's gonna be that. I don't know what other card. He's just going for a Crunch. He's getting damage on me, which is really intimidating here. Like, if I can land one hit, I knock him out. I'm gonna attach to the Spiritomb so I can get Cynthia back. Maybe hoping that I can get the rocket board. Okay, so that time I would have been fine. I get a Nest Ball. This is huge because I can actually go for my Gibble. Let's go for a Timer Ball here. I'm at least getting the Garchomp out of the deck, so in the next couple turns I can just go nicely into that Garchomp. With that being said, I would really like an energy so I can get the Lucario out of the active. And he just goes straight into that good old Crocodile. He has his energy that he's looking for Bother, and that is going to take me out. Ooh, he goes for a Shauna. Never mind. But I am in definite range of if he gets that energy, I'm in trouble. Does he pass, or does he have the energy in hand? This is a big moment for us right now. He got the energy. Congrats to my opponent, but we're going to be taking a huge knockout here. That's a problem. What was that? Oh! So I can't play any supporters even if I wanted to. That's not good. We're just going to start setting up Garchomp. He's not in range of being knocked out. But it is what it is. We are going to go with the Lightless World. We'll bring back these two. I gotta be careful here. I need energy. I need lots of energy. I need to get some way of knocking this thing out. We're going to see an Evosoda, so we're going to see another evolution here. More than likely, it's going to be another Krook, or the Zoroark, or the Dugtrio, or... There's a lot of opportunities here! We're going to get our butts kicked if we don't get ourselves moving. Losing our Lucario like that was not a good way to go. And did I lose my... No, I still got my Stretcher. I still got my Stretcher, so I can still evolve the Riolu in the back. We do see the Krokorok come out, so he's going for a second Krook. If he can pull it off. He does get Tyranill off. We cannot support. He's looking for that energy for the knockback. He got it. Just goes for knockback, which is going to knock me out. I gotta start sacrificing some stuff here. I'm gonna sacrifice my good old hippopotamus. But I can use my supporters, so it is fine. I do get an energy. Drop that down. I'm gonna go into Garchomp here. And I can drop this down just for another possible way of getting rid of it. But I'll have to pass. I need to land on an energy this turn. Because the hippopotamus is going to go down. Everything that is dwindling on my opponent's strategy right now is in that Krook. So if I can get an energy, I can then Cynthia, get myself ready for the following turn. He's going to go for a bother. That's fine. Looker actually is a very good supporter for me right now because I don't have to worry about sacrificing. I got the energy. I just need a way to get that thing out of there now. Now, he will knock out regardless next turn. With that being said, can I take him out? Because he can go. He will go for Balder here. And if he lands it, I'm in trouble. Sets up the crook in the back. Please do not land that heads. You land the heads. I have to go in the Riolu. We'll play Spiritomb. We'll play a Fighting Energy up here. I can't knock you out yet, which is a huge problem. Either way, I don't need a Cynthia to knock him out. I can just go for a Kukui. It's just a matter of... Oh, I can detect. And I fail. That's fine. We see a knockback, which is just going to knock me out. But I should be good to go here. I might be able to come back from this. Because I have 3 ways to do 200 damage. Alright, so we have energy. I can just Kukui, because I do a natural 100. He's sitting at a 110. So Kukui will draw me 2 cards. I can get Gumshoes down. So we're going to go for the Royal Blades. This will hit for 120. Knock out the Krook, so we finally got our first prize. It's been a hard match, guys. I'm sorry. I'm letting you down. But we got another Nest Ball in back. We have a Crocodile up in front. He's going to try and get our energy. Not going to lie, it's a great strat. He's going to get those additional energies for that Darkness Fang. So he can hit me for 60, but I will knock this thing out. Attempting to roller skates, and he lands it 3 more cards. This guy's got a huge miffle of cards. Tierno draws another 3. He must be looking for the second Krook. But even still, I can knock it out. Alright. I will need another energy. Just drops energy onto the Zora and crunches. Okay. And of course, removes an energy. So we get Gibble. I want to get Riolu. And we can go Gumshoes down. As long as Cynthia here lands on an energy, we are fine. We got tons of energy, plus the good old Cynthia back. I got the rescue stretcher so I can get Lucario back. Things are looking up. Alright, so we are going to go for that Royal Blade. We're going to knock out this Crocodile. And my opponent is actually in a very bad spot. Because he's not got really anything set up. We got the Gabite. We got a whole line of Garchomp again. Ooh. Now they can go for a double energy here for a nasty plot, but they might just want to go for a scratch. Yveltal does drop finally makes its way onto the board. Does go for a potential nasty plot. Can go for any card they want. That's a very scary thing right now. Especially with them 2 to 4. We can still make a comeback, but it's very unlikely at this point. We do need to get that second Garchomp up and running, so we're able to go. But they're running out of cards too. That's the other thing. Actually, we're pretty much neck and neck for cards. I haven't realized how many cards I've drawn this game. Whew. Okay, so we get another Gibble. Not necessary at this point. We are going to drop our good old Gabite. We are going to grab Lucario. This is an amazing chance for us, because now we've got Lucario and Garchomp going off here. And again, I don't need to go for the Cynthia play. I just want to start setting up this Gabite in the back. And I'm in a good spot where I can just go for cards, do all I need to do, as long as I do this. Knockout. And again, I'm getting rid of their energy. Huge, huge thing here. We get Gumshoes, not necessary. Up comes Yveltal. Yveltal can go for an Oblivion Wing here. I'm not going to deny that. That is 30 more damage onto our active Garchomp. But my opponent's going to struggle a little bit. He's got a Mightyena. No, sorry, that's a Malamar, not a Mightyena. I don't know what I'm looking at. But he can at least save a turn and get a Dark Energy from his discard and attach it to one of his Pokemon. It's going to be that Malamar. Okay. We have to take this out if I want to stay in the game. So I need a Cynthia here. So Garchomp is going to come into play. And I'm just going to Cynthia. I can attach the board to you. And let's just go for some Royal Blades. This will knock out the Yveltal. We are now tied 2-2. Fighting Energy is in play, so we have our Garchomp set up again. And even if you somehow, for whatever miraculous reason, manage to hit us, is it just if the defending Pokemon tries to attack? Okay, so we'll just... It goes for a Mental Panic. We are just going to drop a nice little energy here. He has a natural 100, so we're just going to retreat out into our other Garchomp. I don't actually need to do too much more than that. We actually have this game. I guarantee you we have this game with 2 Garchomps. Let's just go for it. Royal Blades it is. Showcasing just how powerful we are as we come back from what looked to be a very scary beginning to a very favorable finale. Very, very favorable in our part. He sends up the Diglett. Sends up the Diglett. He has the ability to mine. He has the ability to mud. No, he's just gonna mine. He's just gonna look at the top card, see if he has to shuffle. That's all. He makes me shuffle. I'm gonna get a Soul Rock. It does not matter, guys. GG to my opponent. I'm gonna send a well played. And we are gonna finish this match off with the Royal Blade. Getting ourselves a victory over the Yveltal deck. Crocodile posed a threat really early on, and he really did kind of chomp through our team really quickly, taking out 4 Pokemon right away. But it wasn't until our Garchomp went online that we really showcased how strong we were, and we were like, nope, we're just going to take this game by force. Now, like I said, because of how quick the first one was, we are going to do a third match here, and let's just see how much fun we can have. We are currently 2 wins out of 3. Can we come out with a 3rd win, or do we get skunked in the finale? Alright guys, finale is against Issa Smurf, playing the good old Hidden Moon Lunala deck. So we get to see if we can manage to take it out early again like we did with Gumshoes, or if we're actually going to have a major match this time. We are going to be playing first here. And what's nice here is we have no starting lineup, so my opponent will be... Ooh, we are actually going to both be mulliganing. This is fine. As long as we both mulligan, I'm good with it. And we're going to start with the all-powerful Gibble. So, if I can get a Gabite right away... Can I go into Garchomp turn 2? No! I would have actually preferred to go second in this one because I could have attacked and then gone into Bite and then just played the Gibble or Garchomp on the last turn. Either way, we're gonna have a nice little turn here. We have no Bite at all. We're gonna have to Ascension into that. I can Howl and hope, but my opponent has a Stuffle. No Bite. We're just going to drop a nice energy down. I will drop the Spiritomb in case something does happen. We have a Cynthia in hand and a Looker. We've got all sorts of things going on for us. Now, of course, I couldn't have attacked, but I was hoping to have the Gabite maybe here. And this way I can just go straight into Gibble. So he fails on both of his Timer Ball, just hits me with a Tackle. That's actually really depressing. We're going to get Rescue Stretcher. I'm going to go for the Looker because I have Garchomp in hand. Nope, I'm going to get Riolu out, though. And I can just drop a nice energy down. And then I can go for an Ascension here. My first attack is going to get me into that Gibble. Or, sorry, Gabite. My bad. Gabite. And now I have the ability to go into Garchomp turn 3. So turn 3, I will be attacking with the Garchomp. And right now, we're literally going up against a Stuffle here who can tackle me! And we are going to claim game number 3 as if game number 1 happened. We have the energy, guys. We have the Garchomp going. We have everything that we could possibly want. We're going to go all out, go for a Cynthia here. This is an insanely miserable match, and I feel so bad. But that's the game, guys. He didn't even let us have our victory, but we evolved up to Garchomp. Turn 2, you can see how fast you can go with Ascension. It's really miraculous. If I had gone second, I would have been able to play my Garchomp and attacked turn 2. So that's just how fast this deck can be. Personally, I cannot wait to try this deck out in standard form. And I can't express my hype for this deck even more when the Fighting Garchomp comes out and we actually can just play Fighting types through Lucario and through Garchomp. That'll be really hype. Keep your eyes open for that stuff. Like I said, it's going to take me a while to collect cards because I'm not paying into it like I usually do. So I will be doing a lot of grinding to try and get cards elsewhere. But thank you guys so much for enjoying this episode. Hope you guys have learned a little bit about this deck. I would highly recommend picking this one up if you guys are into the theme deck format. It's a ton of fun, ton of synergy, perfectly well-rounded. Pokemon TCGI has definitely gotten their act together with theme decks. I think this one's an amazing deck, and I'm hoping Imperial Command is just as good. So without any further ado, we'll be getting into that in the next episode, but you guys are just going to have to wait until then to see more TCG action. If you guys are brand new here, please hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me. You guys come out and watch the videos on the regular. We are now 1,000 bats strong, guys. I appreciate so much from the bottom of my heart that you guys are coming out here and watching the content on the regular. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But until then, time out.